Typical of the season and the city, the state of road traffic in Lagos is chaotic. It confronts you squarely everywhere you go. The difference this time is that the traffic menace is choking more than ever before, and it is aided by several factors including the poor and decaying infrastructure which has forced multiple repair works across the fast-growing city. The 11.8-kilometer Third Mainland Bridge is currently under a 6-month repair and has been partially shut since July 24th this year. The daily vehicular traffic on the bridge is put at 117,000. A good percentage of that figure has been diverted to the alternative routes.
It's too much, seriously. Going to Lekki and coming back from Lekki is very stressful. You spend up to 3 hours on the road because of the Third Mainland Bridge that they are fixing. So you're going through CMS, going to Jibowu and coming down is too much. The traffic is too much.
The effect of the traffic lull on the Third Mainland is felt across the city and mostly here on the main alternative routes, the Eko Bridge, and also here on the Tokunbo Road, and indeed across the entire metropolis, hampering daily commuting with its devastating socioeconomic effects.
Fare is a lot more costlier than it used to be. I think I boarded a bus from Ajah down to Oshodi because that's the way I talk down here. Usually it costs around like 300 to 400. Now it's 500, 600, and sometimes it goes as far as 800 naira. So it keeps increasing depending on who is calling the shots.
Traveling in the Lagos Bus Rapid Transit by design means traveling faster than other vehicles and commuters, with especially built lanes across the city, and that has been the experience for the passenger until now.
Before it was 150, now it's now 300 now. Within 1.5 hours, you reach Oshodi. But now, at least you spend 3 hours inside this road. It's not different from the commercial bus. There's not any difference. But before it was moving smoothly. But now we are facing serious challenges.
The recent destruction of a large number of the BRT buses by arsonists who seized the opportunity of the NSAS protest to unleash terror on the state has also had its effect on public bus transportation in Lagos. The fleet is now depleted, and with the already bad traffic situation, there are more people stranded daily at bus stops.
So they don't used to come in time they used to let it be delayed to enter a bus. Before it's 200, before coronavirus, but now it's not 300 from Maryland to Ikorodu, which is not supposed to be, because this is a government's motto and also politician motto.
Operators of the ever-present yellow buses, though taking advantage of the situation by charging their passengers more, are equally complaining and wish that the roads were freer.
Instead of the last man towing the vehicle to the destination of the owner of the vehicle, they tow it to the office and make sure the owner pay a ransom. And it's not supposed to be like that. You tow it to the destination because the owner never prayed for the vehicle to break down. So you see him in such a situation, you help him out. Okay, this by taking you to your destination, okay, we'll charge you 5,000, 7,000, 10,000. The owner will agree. But rather, they will take take the owner to the office to go and pay a ransom. At times, the owner might end up paying up to 40, 50, 60,000 naira.
Lagos, with a projected 23 million inhabitants, has about the highest population density for an African city, making mobility an expected challenge. A substantial part of the city is covered by water, leaving the entire state with a small landmass, which in itself is a challenge that requires creativity to tackle.
Are we, maximizing the use of our waterways in Lagos State? The answer is obvious. The answer is no.
Since there are no rail services to complement the road sector, the only natural viable alternative should be the waterways, which the authorities have been exploring. It is faster and safe too.
It's about 5 minutes before 1 p.m. and we're here at the Kauri Terminal, Salomon, on the Lagos Island. We're moving to mile 2, a distance of about 29 kilometers, and our travel time is expected to be 28 minutes, barring any unforeseen circumstance.
Remember, I think we have had one of the highest number of passengers in a single month.
Wow.
Compared to other previous months that we had. The last time that we had more passengers like this was in September.
Here we are, just 15 minutes after we left Falomo, or here, in Mile 2.
%30% of daily commuters on Lagos Road. And according to the Lamata statistics, there are 1.6 million Lagosians commuting from one place to another on daily basis in Lagos State. So 30% of that give you 480,000. So our mandate is to move 480,000 people on the waterways, from Badagry to Ikorodu to Ekpe to CMS to Ekpe to Ibejuleki to Ikorodu to Okeafa to Alimosho or John.
The only thing we just want them to do further is to make sure the safety of life and properties of a passenger boarding this ferry should be sacrosanct, and they should make sure that they provide more boats.
Every day, if you go by road, you spend like average of 6 to 7 hours. I mean, in the morning from Ikorodu to Ikoyi, 4 hours. Going back in the evening, you spend another 4 hours. More so, the construction work going on at K2, my 2 axis is not a matter. So the best option is this. Maximum, if you are going with the bigger one, maybe 40-45 minutes. The smaller one, between 25 minutes, 30 minutes, you are at your destination.
Where there is still much to be done if the waterways is to become as popular as the road sector.
As we speak, only about 30% of the Lagos waterways is charted. Only about 30%. And that is why if you go back to check, from time to time we hear of this boat capsizing or that, people even get drowning along the waterways because some of the waterways are not properly charted. This is where Lagos State may need to partner with the Nigerian Navy, especially the hydrographic unit of the Nigerian Navy, to chart the waterways. They need to produce what we call bathymetric charts, and hydrographic charts that will enable, the ferry operators even to create new routes, new waterways, and to be able to, navigate the waterways safely.
The connection between the road transportation system and the waterways in Lagos is right on display here at the Mile 2 jetty. This is the Lagos-Badagry Expressway. It's known for its slow vehicular traffic. Motorists spend hours commuting from one spot to the other on the road, and the trucks that can't afford that slow movement find their way onto this jetty. The trucks are loaded on this barge and are moved onto Apapa. It's the future of transportation in Lagos envisaged by the Lagos State government.
A future that will be more assured with the right will to adopt a holistic multimodal approach to transportation in Nigeria's emerging megacity. Tokunbo Oyetunji, Arise News, Lagos.